also played with them, and my mother played with them. So there's already that kind of connection, and I like the idea of play a lot because it's very intrinsic to our being, like human beings or even animals. We love play. Everything we do is mainly about play, and we become so serious with things because the system in which we are put into forces us to be too serious. So yeah, this is more like a reflection on nostalgia in my childhood, and it's also a collective memory for some of us.
We're ready, but just to announce her better, and we can go back to that piece later again, but it was where everyone was mingling and drinking. The piece is made from chicken coops, like what chickens eat, but she made the food accessible to humans, so it's also like this interrelation between us and animals. So she left some nuts for us to eat it, so
Used to call customers. So they bring it, salt sellers use it, people who sell clothes also use it, people who also sell any kind of product, just to call your customers to be aware that you are coming around. And Sippah usually uses red and fabric in her work. And this, for me, what I started to think about was how she was able to synchronize with this tree, because when it starts to flower, the flowers in itself are also red, very similar color. So for me, it's more like a transcendent state for the tree itself.
handkerchiefs and some textiles on them, and people would start making wishes while tying the textiles on them, and then the tree would become really like a colorful canvas of different textiles that people had from their pockets. Sometimes people would rip their t-shirts. It's kind of like also very like human thing where we have with interacting with nature that also interests me, that like kind of marking our presence always whenever we are in nature, sometimes even most of the time destroying it, or like kind of claiming hierarchy over, but we can never win this also hierarchy. So it's interesting, and it's also a poetic piece for me because yeah, it's something like from my home, and also like kind of bringing it here and adopting the bells of the market, mainly women I see with the bells, ringing them at the markets in Ghana whenever they're selling something to call for attention, for you to buy it. So it's also like red color also always calls for attention, especially it's very somehow dramatic for many people. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. One thing I want